Good Tuesday evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the campus of Alvin C. York Institute in Jamestown, Tennessee, where we are set for high school basketball action. We've got a doubleheader on tap between Cookeville and York. I am Noah McKay on the call, as always, right here on the Upper Cumberland Reporter. Go ahead and hit that share button so your family and friends know they can watch this game live on Facebook. We're just moments away from getting the first half of our doubleheader underway. It'll be the girls' game between the Lady Cavs from Cookeville and the host, York Lady Dragons. When we come back, it'll be time for national anthems, starting lineups, and then we will have tip-off from Jamestown. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. The fans still piling in here to the gym at York. Just 2 minutes away from tip-off in the first half of our doubleheader is the Lady Cavs against the Lady Dragons. Cookeville comes into this game at 4-1 on the year. Their only loss came very narrowly, just a 4-point loss against Riverdale at home. This Lady Cavs team has been very impressive so far. 5 games into the year, they look to continue their strong play tonight. York, meanwhile, enters this game at 2-1. Their only loss came against AAA Stone Memorial. That was in their previous game, and it was a 19-point gap. These two teams are separated by a classification. This is not a district matchup, so at the end of the year, this game matters a little bit less than those district games, but you never want to drop one, as these teams coming out of the Thanksgiving break want to continue their strong play. Both teams have winning records, and they want to keep it that way. Go ahead and let us know in the comments section who you are, where you're watching from. Tag your friends so they know that they can watch this game live right here. Of course, the only place in the Upper Cumberland where you can watch high school basketball every single week is right here on the Upper Cumberland Reporter. We got a jam-packed week of broadcast, and it's an exciting week to be a fan of high school athletics. Tomorrow will be the Upper Cumberland Reporter Coaches Show. I'll be joined by Buddy Pearson once again. We're going to talk about the start to the basketball season across Putnam County, as well as give our picks for the Blue Cross Bowl, which is, of course, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday here in Cookeville. If you don't have plans, make sure you make it out to the Blue Cross Bowl. And then Friday night's the second broadcast of our week. We will be at the Hive in Baxter, where it'll be Upperman taking on Livingston Academy, opening up district play. We are set for the national anthems and the starting lineups, and then we'll get to action here from Jamestown.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to York Institute, where tonight the York Institute Dragons and Lady Dragons will take on the Cookeville Cavaliers and Lady Cavaliers right here at York Institute. At this time, would everyone please rise and move your hands of any kind for the presentation of the colors by the York Institute JROTC Color Guard. We will now observe a moment of silence and then the singing of our national anthem by York Institute's Noteworthy.
Let us pray. Our Father, which art
tryouts for the Cookeville Lady Cavaliers. Number 5, Katie Dunaway. Number 55, Cassie Schultz. Number 4, Liv Shipman. Number 2, Chloe Baylor. Number 30, KK Graves. The Cookeville Lady Cavaliers are head coached by Jamie Gillis.
Starting lineups as we are set to get the first half of our doubleheader on the way. It is the Cookeville Lady Cavs in the navy jerseys with the red trim taking on the York Lady Dragons in the white jerseys with the purple trim and gold around the letters. I am Noah McKay on the call as always. Thank you for spending your Tuesday night with us. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, and it's time to get back to basketball season now. We got a couple of good matchups on tap from Jamestown. In the circle, it's KK Graves and Michaela Reagan to get things started. The referee walks the ball in, puts it up, and the tip is won back by York, and now the Lady Dragons will work it into the front court on the opening possession of the ball game. Playing with it on the left, top of the key. Now sending it over to the right elbow. Into the lane it goes. KK Graves defending, backing her down and putting up the shot, and good for the first points of the game is Gabby Beatty. Nice play there by the Lady Dragons to get it inside, and the finish by Beatty, 2-0 York, 30 seconds into the ball game. Now Liv Shipman has it. She's going to fire back for Graves. Now Dunaway pulls up from mid-range. That shot's just a little bit too strong, no good. Rebound comes down to the Lady Dragons. York AA school taking on Cookeville AAA school, but pretty good matchup on paper between these two teams. Haley Johnson has it. Johnson's going to step back and pull up for three. Shots off front iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Shope, who fires into the front court. Now Liv Shipman has it. Shipman pulls back, and she's going to step back for three. High arcing three, no good, too strong. Now a race out for the board. Cassie Shope gets there, and then hands off to Katie Dunaway. Dunaway over to Graves. And over the right side, it goes for Liv Shipman. The junior looks back at Coach Jamie Gillis, gets the play, and sends it into her players. Over the right side, Graves gets a screen from Shope, now pulls back, KK Graves for three. That high arcing shot is good. A Holcomb Realty three-pointer by KK Graves. First lead of the game for Cookeville, 3-2 the score. We'll have a scoreboard on your screen here in a few moments. So far just me manning the camera, so ask for your patience. 3-2 the score, 6:20 to go in the first quarter of the opening half of our doubleheader. Johnson being guarded loosely by Shipman. Now Johnson gets a screen, dribbles with the left side, now firing inside, tipped up by KK Graves, who then retrieves it. Now here they come in transition, a little bit of a botch pass, but it comes down to Dunaway. Now over for Chloe Maynard, who fires it left side for Graves. Graves dribbling with the right hand, she is fouled. Foul's going to go against Beatty. First team foul called against either team. Good atmosphere tonight. You saw the introduction. All the lights go out. They get the spotlight working. Always a good atmosphere in Jamestown. Shipman will inbound on the baseline. Tries to find the open man, finally does. Shope. Now it goes for Maynard. Maynard over right side, Shipman. She's going to pull it from way downtown. That shot's off front iron that hits the backboard before falling away. Haley Johnson comes down with a rebound. Now she'll bring it in transition across the front court, and then they get set in the back half. Driving to the lane is Johnson, who throws up a layup with the left hand, fading away. It's good. That's a nice finish by Johnson. Lead again for York. It's now 4-3. Maynard turns, hands off Dunaway, thinks about the three before putting it down. Now KK Graves, no hesitation there. Shots up, that's no good. Rebound comes down to the Lady Dragons. Sage Smith, this is a good start so far for the Lady Dragons. As Smith brings it into the front court with some speed, guarded closely by Maynard. That's the strength of her game on the defensive side of the ball. Now she's trapped. Smith tries to throw it off Dunaway's leg. She does so successfully, so York's going to retain possession. 5:16 to go in the first quarter. Lady Dragons lead 4-3. Beatty has it. She tries to drive the lane. That's blocked by Graves. And it goes off of Beatty, so Cookeville gets the ball back. A couple of good defensive plays so far by KK Graves. Graves just a sophomore. Now she has it. She surveys the floor before firing over Dunaway. Now Dunaway sets to Maynard. Maynard goes down low for a cutting Graves, who turns and puts the shot in. Nice play design there by the Lady Cavs. They lead again. It's 5-4, just under 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Johnson swings it left side. Turning, guarded by Graves. Beatty hands off. Now into the left side it goes, guarded by Dunaway. It's Reagan. Reagan's pass tipped by Dunaway. Now that pass gets away from everybody. It's caught by Cassie Shope. Here comes the Lady Cavs with a transition opportunity. Graves has it. She drives to the lane, then fires to Dunaway on the other side of the paint. Now Maynard, kick out for Shope. Cassie Shope, no hesitation, 4-3. That's no good. Long rebound comes out. Now there's a fight for it. It's on the ground. And they're going to get a timeout to York. So a heads-up call there by the Lady Dragons sideline. 4:15 to go in the first quarter. Cookeville leads 5-4. We'll be right back.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. 4:15 to go in the first quarter. Cookeville leads 5-4 over York. It's been a very entertaining first quarter so far. York with possession, trying to break this press defense. They do so to the left side. Beatty throws up the mid-range shot from near the three-point line. That's no good, but the offensive board comes down. Second chance attempt is put in by Michaela Reagan, and back and forth we go with the lead. York now holds the 6-5 advantage. Maynard trying to slice through the lane, gets knocked away, but she's able to corral it. Now it goes over for Webb. Webb resets to KK Graves. Now Gillis. Jordan Gillis, just a freshman. We got a good look at her last year and her time at Avery Trace, a very talented young player. Of course, the daughter of Coach Jamie Gillis, and her shot there thrown up, no good. And now it's going to be tipped by Maynard, but the rebound ends up with the Lady Dragons. Gabrielle Beatty, who fires over the left side. Now they're meeting her with a two-person trap at the top, right at the half-court line. And now Maynard steps in the way of that pass. She's unable to keep her feet in bounds, though, so York's going to retain possession. You see Cookeville just waiting for whoever's bringing that ball up the court with two people to trap them. 3:21 to go in the first quarter, 6-5 to score. As now Beatty has it. Now it's all the way to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Gillis. Johnson tries to drive to the left side. She does so, throws it up with the left hand. We saw her make that shot earlier. That time she can't make it fall. Graves comes down with the rebound, and now here comes Jordan Gillis into the front court. Gillis is going to step back. Three-pointer is up. That's no good. Nice box out there by Ellen Lefew. As we go under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Now Johnson's going to step back, pull up for three. That's no good. That gets away from everything. It'll be an air ball, go out of play. Cookeville's going to get the ball back. 2:43 to go in the first quarter, 6-5 the score. Making a few subs into the game for the Lady Cavs, including Bailey Gillis, who set a school record in their win against Warren County with 7 3-pointers. She got red hot from 3. We'll see if she can continue that in this ball game. As Liv Shipman now will run the point. She's going to fire over to Gillis. Gillis now for Alyssa Love. Love pulls it back. She's going to cross over and drives the lane. Alyssa Love all the way, puts up the shot. Good, through the contact and one. Alyssa Love with the nice play. She's going to go to the line looking to complete the 3-point play. Alyssa Love, just a junior in this. If you look up and down this roster for Cookeville, a whole lot of freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. The Dunaway twins are the only seniors on the roster, so this team is very good right now. Their only loss was a 4-point loss against perennial powerhouse Riverdale, and they look like they could be good for a very long time as Alyssa Love's free throw is up, no good, so the score remains 7-6. And now Johnson fires over left side for Canasker. Now a high arcing pass bounces off the leg of its intended target before Emma Webb comes up with it. And now Webb looking to push it in transition. Finds Love on the left side. Love pulls up the dribble, kicks out for Gillis. Now over to Bailey Gillis before they find Liv Shipman. Bailey Gillis has it. Gillis spinning, turning, now firing over for Jordan Gillis. And now Shipman thinks about the 3-pointer before finally putting it on the deck. Now back it comes for Alyssa Love, who will reset. They'll get a new play in as we go under 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Now Love. Driving, picking up the dribble, kicking for Shipman. She pump fakes before passing back. Bailey Gillis, 4-3. That shot's no good. Rebound comes down to Lauren Choate. And now Smith. Then put the high arcing pass to Choate, who catches it, hands off Johnson. She's already shown that she will shoot the 3. That pass is going to be intercepted by Liv Shipman, who looks ahead, and she has a streaking Emma Webb, who puts it up with the left hand. Shots up, no good. Good transition defense there by Haley Johnson to force that miss. Rebound goes out of play, and it's going to be York basketball. 1:16 to go in the first quarter. Cookeville hanging on to this 1-point lead. Couple of good matchups tonight between York and Cookeville. This is just the first half of the doubleheader. Nice little inside-out play for York. The layup is good by Choate, and they take the lead back at 8-7. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Neither team able to stretch this lead to more than 2 possessions. Jordan Gillis yells out the play call. They look like they're going to hold it for the last shot of the quarter. Now with 35 seconds, Jordan Gillis brings it in. She's going to turn, kicks out to Shipman. Now Shipman pulls it back. And looks like she thinks about driving before pulling it back out. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Over for Love. Alyssa Love with 15 seconds to go. Now she picks up the dribble, fakes one way, then fires over Webb. Now Webb for Shipman, 10 seconds. Shipman holds the ball over her head before finding Love. Now Bailey Gillis is going to pull up from way downtown. High arcing 3 is good. That's a Holcomb Realty 3-pointer by Bailey Gillis. She hit 7 3-pointers in their win against Warren County. There's her first of the game there from way downtown. And that'll lead us to the end of the first quarter. Cookeville leads 10-8. We'll be right back.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. After a back-and-forth first quarter, Cookeville comes out of it with a 10-8 lead with the help of a deep three by Bailey Gillis. And the Lady Cavs are going to start the second quarter with the ball. KK Graves to inbound. She'll do so to Alyssa Love, and here we go, second quarter of action. Love fires over to the free throw line where Graves is waiting. Graves kind of spins around with it, trying to figure out where to go with it. Now fires over the right side for Shipman. Now Dunaway, pump fakes, now drives the lane, gets it swiped away from her, now she dives for it, is able to corral it out to Graves. Now Love, mid-range floaters up, high arcing shot, hit both sides of the rim before falling good. Biggest lead of the game for either team. It's a 4-point lead for the Lady Cavs. York looking for the response. Johnson has it. She fires into the free throw line, turning, now driving into the lane, shots up through the contact, shots no good, but she's going to go to the line to shoot two. Ellen Lefew. First free throw is good. It's now a 3-point game. Lefew goes 1 for 2 from the line, but it's an offensive rebound, and now a foul is going to be called against York. So Cookeville gets the ball back. 7:19 to go in the second quarter. It's 12-9. A plethora of guards this year for the Cookeville Lady Cavs. This time it's going to be Love bringing up the court. Fires over to Shipman. Now Cassie Shope over for Love. Alyssa Love drives the lane with the left hand, tries to go up and under with a layup attempt. No good, but she's fouled, and she's going to go to the line to shoot two. The junior Alyssa Love has been all over the court so far in this game. Her first free throw attempt is up off front iron, no good. 7:04 to go in the first half. Make sure you tell us who you are, where you're watching from tonight. First game out of the Thanksgiving break on the Upper Cumberland Reporter as Love goes 1 for 2 from the line to make it a 4-point lead again. And now Johnson will bring it forward. Johnson pulls back and fires ahead. Lefew over right side, now into the paint it goes. Choate fires back out to the right elbow. Now a nice pass across the lane, but the layup attempt is no good, and Liv Shipman ends up with it. And here she comes looking to push it in transition. Dunaway has it into the front court. She brings it all the way around to the lane, now looking for Graves inside. Kick out goes Shipman, no hesitation there. Pull up 4-3, that's no good. Rebound comes down to Johnson, and here she comes now the other way. Game speeding up a bit. Haley Johnson pump fakes, puts up the shot through the contact, and one. Shot falls, and Johnson's going to go to the line looking to complete the 3-point play and make it a 1-point game. So offense largely running through Haley Johnson so far for the York Lady Dragons. We mentioned the youth on Cookeville, a lot of youth on this York squad as well. No seniors in the starting lineup. York, of course, plays in an extremely difficult region that includes teams like the Upperman Lady Bees and Macon County, two perennial state championship contenders, but they're holding their own against a very good Cookeville squad right now. 13-12 the score, 6:25 to go in the second quarter. Love crosses over, now hands off Katie Dunaway. Dunaway trying to look for Love, and now a scrum for the ball. No foul is called, and that's going to be an over-the-back call because Love tipped it backwards on her own. Maynard went back for it, but that's a backcourt violation. 6:13 to go in the second quarter. York gets the ball back. They can take the lead again if they score on this possession. Johnson being guarded by Love. She surveys the floor. Now she's going to get a screen. She uses it to the right side. Now drives to the lane, puts it up with the right hand, high off the glass. That's no good. Offensive board, though. Now a battle for it on the ground. Love comes away with it, calls timeout. Great play by Alyssa Love. Timeout on the court. 5:55 to go in the second quarter. 13-12 to score.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com.
Welcome back, 5:55 to go in the second quarter. Cookeville leads 13-12, and very exciting back and forth game so far between the Lady Dragons and the Lady Cavs. Cookeville is going to have the ball out of the timeout. Chloe Maynard bringing it across half court. Let's see what they have drawn up out of the timeout. Maynard. Whole lot of off-the-ball movement happening. Katie Dunaway has it. Now it's a step-back three. Bailey Gillis, shots up, no good. She has infinite range, and now into the front court comes York. High arcing shot, but a foul is called. Michaela Reagan's going to go to the line to shoot two. If she makes them both, she'll take the lead for York. First free throw, no good off back iron. Emma Webb checks back into the game for Katie Dunaway. Reagan goes 1 for 2 from the line. We are tied at 13, 5:30 to go in the second quarter. Jordan Gillis crosses half court with it. Now she crosses over, kicks Webb, and then fires over the left side. Bailey Gillis has it, turns, fires outside. They're trying to swing it around. Now it's to Bailey Gillis, pardon me. Over for Jordan Gillis. Gillis dribbling with the right hands, forced to pull back. York not giving up a lot of room at all in this man-to-man defense. Now Maynard, Chloe Maynard, dribbles all the way down to the baseline, now turns, fires out. Bailey Gillis, now Webb. York fans love the defense, and now a jump made for that ball, unable to corral it. Cookeville still has possession. Emma Webb has it. She crosses over, drives to the lane, puts up the shot through contact. No foul called. She gets her own rebound, though. Now turns, fires out. Jordan Gillis has it. She's going to pull up 4-3. High arcing shot. No good. Battle for the rebound. Comes down. Emma Webb has it for a split second. Now Maynard, Chloe Maynard, resets out to Alyssa Love. Chaotic sequence there. Cookeville still has the basketball, though. 4:20 to go in the second quarter. Gillis gets a screen. Now that pass is going to be intercepted. Here come the Lady Dragons in transition. Reagan pulls up that pivot foot. No travel called. Now she steps back, goes over to the left side. 4 minutes to play. We're tied at 13. Defensive intensity is high. Haley Johnson has it. Guarded by Gillis. She crosses over, now pulls back, now dribbles with the left side through the lane. Fades away with the shot. No good. Foul is called. Haley Johnson's going to go to the line to shoot two. Fourth team foul called against Cookeville. Also 4 fouls so far called against York. First free throw for Johnson, nothing but net. York leads again. It's now 14-13. Johnson's free throw is good. 2 for 2 from the line. 2-point lead for the Lady Dragons. Let's see how Cookeville bounces back. Jordan Gillis, the freshman, will walk it up to the 3-point line before crossing over. Now driving to the lane. She's going to put up the shot with the right hand. No foul called. She wants the call. She doesn't get it. Looked like contact, but no foul called. Johnson has the ball now. Reagan hands off. Johnson hesitates on the three before putting it on the deck. Now Reagan again. Reagan puts up the fadeaway shot, and good. Great shot by Michaela Reagan. Biggest lead of the game so far for York, 17-13. Gillis. Hands off to Bailey Gillis. Now Webb. Emma Webb back for Bailey Gillis. Pulls up from long range. Shot's no good. And that's going to go off out of bounds. Last touch by Cookeville. York gets the ball back, and you just feel like the Lady Dragons have all the momentum in this ball game right now. Home crowd into it. They're on a little bit of a run here. So Haley Johnson's going to be met by two different Lady Cavs. Now fires it into the front court. It gets into the corner. Three-point shot is up. That's no good. Air ball. Rebound comes down to Cassie Gallagher. Now Gallagher pushing it into the front court. Hands off. Chloe Maynard. Pass back for Gill. She's unable to corral it. She's going to put the shot up anyway. That shot's no good off right iron. It's going to go out of play. York gets the ball back. As we're going to see Cassie Shope and Liv Shipman check back into the game for Cookeville, as will Katie Dunaway. Four-point lead right now for the Lady Dragons, 2:20 to go in the second quarter. Pass goes for Lefeview. Now back Johnson, inside Lefeview. Right at the free throw line, Sars over the left side. Three-point shot is up. That's no good. Another air ball. It's saved inbounds, comes to Lefeview, who's trying to drive to the lane. I believe this is going to be a traveling violation. It is. That'll be a turnover. Cookeville gets the ball back. Looked like the correct call, at least from up here. Once again, this is the first of three broadcasts this week. We have these games. We have the Upper Cumberland Reporter Coaches Show tomorrow. And Friday night, it's Upperman against Livingston Academy and another doubleheader. Meanwhile, Shipman crosses over. Now steps, fires back for Shope. Now Gallagher's going to pull up for three. She's going to call for a traveling violation. So teams trading travels. Johnson fires over. Now looking, that pass intended for Lefeview gets away from her, but fortunate Reagan was right there. Now they fire all the way across the left side. These high arcing passes sometimes are dangerous. Now it's going to be tipped away. Here comes Liv Shipman into the front court. In transition, it gets tipped from behind, but Webb is there. Now Emma Webb drives to the lane, and a foul is going to be called against York on the floor. 15 foul against the Lady Dragons, with just 1:25 to go in the second quarter. Neither team in a whole lot of foul trouble up to this point. Shipman to inbound. She uses the screen and fires over to Love. And now another foul called against the Lady Dragons. 16 foul. So the next foul sends the Lady Cavs to the line. Shipman beneath the baseline. Fires over. It's almost tipped away, but Webb comes up with it. Now it's tipped, and it's going to stay in bounds. Shipman was trying not to touch it out of bounds. Now a jump ball, I believe, is going to be called here. Possession arrow belongs to the Lady Dragons, so it's kind of a weird-looking play there, but it ends up in York's possession with a 4-point lead and 1:17 to go in the first half. This has been the ideal start if you're a fan of the York Lady Dragons, taking on a very good AAA school in Cookeville. Johnson fires it ahead for Lefeview. Lefeview, she's going to pull up for three. That shot's no good. Now a battle for the rebound, though. Using that big frame is Isabella Blevins. Now a battle for it on the ground comes up, and here come the Lady Cavs. They have numbers if they hurry. Emma Webb fires over the right side for Shipman. She's unable to corral it. Now back for Webb. Gets intercepted by Lefeview. And that's just unfortunate in transition there for the Lady Cavs, as Shipman was unable to get that pass cleanly. That's the 15 foul called against Cookeville. 50.6 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's normally a pretty high-scoring team for Cookeville. So far, only 13 points. Nice job by the York defenses. Now it's going to be stolen away. Here comes Katie Dunaway. Dunaway dribbles all the way down into the lane herself. That shot's no good, though, and Johnson has the rebound. Now she's looking to push it. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Johnson all the way into the lane, puts up the shot. She is fouled. Foul's going to go against Liv Shipman, and Johnson goes back to the line to shoot two more. 4-point lead for the Lady Dragons. 27.3 seconds to go in this first half. First free throw by Johnson hits the left side of the rim, then the backboard before falling through. Now we're going to see Jordan and Bailey Gillis check back into the game. Johnson 2 for 2 from the line, biggest lead of the game for either team. It's a 6-point lead for the Lady Dragons. 20 seconds to go. Cookeville wants this to be the last shot. Still a lot of basketball to be played, only a 6-point game. Love crosses over. She's being pressured from behind, then kicks out for Webb. 6 seconds to go. Webb has to go. She drives to the lane, puts up the shot through the foul, and one. A great finish by Emma Webb. The sophomore takes it herself, goes up through the contact, makes the bucket, and she can cut the deficit to 3 if she makes this free throw fall. 3.7 seconds to go in the first half. That unorthodox free throw style falls. As now the inbounds pass, one last shot perhaps. Half-court heave is up and hits the rim, but no good. And that'll bring us to halftime. So at the end of one half of play in Jamestown, it's the York Lady Dragons 19, Cookeville Lady Cavs 16. We'll take a brief break for halftime, and then when we come back, we'll talk about this first half, and then we'll be right into second half action. Just 10 minutes away from second half action here. York leads by 3. Don't go anywhere.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media
Welcome back. 2 8-minute quarters left to decide a winner in the first half of our doubleheader tonight, where the York Lady Dragons up 3 over the Cookeville Lady Cavs. York looking to pull up a little bit of an upset. This is a good York Lady Dragons team, but it's a Cookeville Lady Cavs squad that had been rolling entering this game. The Lady Cavs really struggled to get it going from the field in that first half. Let's see if they can make some adjustments at halftime and come out shooting the ball a little bit better in this second half. That should be the difference in this ball game. Who's going to be able to take care of the basketball and shoot the ball better in this second half? Whoever does that can have a good chance of leaving tonight with a win. Cookeville will have the ball to start the quarter, and here we go in the second half. KK Graves is going to have it on the left wing. Now fires over for Love. Now Chloe Maynard, her first year with the Lady Cavs. Over for Shipman. Liv Shipman, 4-3. High arcing shot, no good off left side. Rebound comes down to Maynard, though. Chloe Maynard showing off the hustle, and now Alyssa Love has it on the opposite side. Back for Shipman, resets. KK Graves for 3, no hesitation, good. A Holcomb Realty three-pointer by KK Graves, and just like that, we are tied at 19. Here comes Johnson. She had a really good first half there. She misses that shot, though, off the glass, and now a foul's going to be called against York. First team foul called against either team. This one goes against Millie Hull. .7:22 to go in the third quarter. We're all tied up at 19 between York and Cookeville. First half of our doubleheader. Of course, we'll have the boys' game immediately following the conclusion of this game, as well as an interview with Cookeville head coach Jamie Gillis and our Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game. You're not going to want to miss that. Alyssa Love driving the lane, kind of throws the ball over her shoulder with the shot. No good. Rebound comes down to York, and here comes Johnson pushing it into the front court. Johnson calls out the play. She has a screen if she chooses to use it. She does. Now she's guarded by Shope. Drives the lane. Almost goes up and down, and now it comes out for Maynard. Turnover for York. Lady Cavs looking to capitalize. Maynard driving all the way to the paint. That shot's no good, but Shipman comes down with the board. Now Liv Shipman rotates around, puts up the shot. Floater's no good. Maynard with the board, and a foul's going to go against York. You can already see a noticeable difference in how the Lady Cavs are playing in this half. A lot more energy to start this half than they showed in those first 2 quarters. So far, it's working for them. We're tied. They have the ball. 2 team fouls called against York, and York doesn't like that at all. They're going to take a quick timeout. 6:38 to go in the third quarter. All knotted up at 19.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville, or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com.
Welcome back. Lady Cavs ball to the timeout. 6:38 to go in the third quarter. Tied up at 19. Liv Shipman to inbound. She fakes to Graves. Now over to the top. It does go to KK Graves, being guarded by Johnson. Now she sets up top for Chloe Maynard. Chloe Maynard, of course, an Upperman Lady B for the past couple of years. Made the switch over to Cookeville. And now playing key minutes for this Lady Cavs squad. Alyssa Love has it. Love briefly doubled. And now just closely guarded. Looking inside for Shope. Cassie Shope turns, puts up the shot. No good. Rebound tips out, and it ends up with York. It'll be Sage Smith with it. She fires over for Beatty. Now Beatty drives all the way through the lane, puts up the shot. That's no good, a little bit too strong. Battle for the rebound comes down to York, and now swiped away. Nice play by Alyssa Love, and here she comes in transition. Love looking to push it in the front court, fires over left side. Maynard turns, fires. KK Graves for 3. No good. It would have been a big shot for Cookeville, but an offensive rebound comes down to Alyssa Love. York still looking to get on the scoreboard in this second half. They've Cookeville with 1 3-pointer. That's the only offense we've seen as Maynard crosses over and then kicks to Graves. KK Graves lays it up. No good. The rare miss for KK Graves. Now a battle for it on the floor. Traveling violation called against York. And Cookeville's going to retain possession here. 5:37 to go in the third quarter. All tied up at 19. Shipman inbounds to Shope. Over Maynard. Now Shipman. Liv Shipman for 3. No good. Liv Shipman struggling from the field so far, still trying to get that stroke going. She's one of those shooters that when she gets hot can fill up the stat sheet quickly. So far hasn't been able to find the bottom of the net. The foul is going to be called against Cassie Shope. First team foul called against the Lady Cavs. 5.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Johnson will walk it into the front court. Now step back three for Johnson's up, no good. Rebounded by Love, now a battle for it. And I believe a jump ball is going to be called. Possession arrow belongs to the Lady Dragons, so they're going to get the ball back. Smith to inbound. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Now she's going to go over the top for Lefeview. Now that shot's no good. Rebounding comes down to Alyssa Love. Here comes Love. She hesitates. Now Liv Shipman wide open for three. Shots up. Bang! We talked about her not being able to find the bottom of the net, but you do not want to leave Liv Shipman wide open like that. Shot's good. A Holcomb Realty three-pointer. And now Cookeville regains the lead, 22-19. Tell you, Liv Shipman was wide open there. She could have built a campfire, put up a tent before taking that shot. Now Johnson drives to the lane, and a push is going to be called against Cookeville. Second team foul against the Lady Cavs. 2 apiece for each team. We just went under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Reagan drives along the baseline and puts up a reverse layup that would have just been a SportsCenter highlight if it falls. It doesn't. Rebound comes down to Shipman, and now Liv Shipman pushing in transition over to Maynard. Now Cassie Shope, she can pull up for three. That shot's no good off left iron, but the rebound, another offensive board for Cookeville. They've been doing a nice job on the offensive board so far in this third quarter. Inside it goes for Graves. She's doubled, which leaves somebody open. This time it was Maynard. And now Liv Shipman has it. 4.5 minutes to play in the third. 22-19 the score. Shipman hands off to Love. Now Chloe Maynard. Maynard over for Graves. Graves resets. Now inside it goes for Shope. Intended for Shope. Tipped away by Smith. Turnover for York. Here come the Lady Dragons. Johnson. Guarded by Maynard. Now she fires over Lefeview. Lefeview looking to drive the lane against Shope. Puts up the shot. She's fouled. They're going to give her the shots there. It'll be interesting to see who they call this foul against. They call it against Love. It'll be hard-pressed to explain how that's a shooting foul. It's going to go against Cassie Shope. There you go. So it is a shooting foul. 2 shots upcoming. Ellen Lefeview can cut it in this deficit, make it a 1-point game. First free throw attempt is good. 22-20 the scores. We're going to see Emma Webb and Jordan Gillis check back into the game for Cookeville. Second free throw attempt is no good. She goes 1 for 2 from the line. 2-point game. Rebound to the sophomore, KK Graves. Now over for Love. Love crosses over. She's going to drive the lane herself. Puts up the shot. Blocked out of play. It's going to remain Cookeville ball. Nice defensive play there by the Lady Dragons. Shipman inbounds it to Jordan Gillis. Now goes to Shipman in the corner. She crosses over, drives the baseline, goes under the basket before kicking out. Where Emma Webb is going to put up the floater, and that's good. Nothing but net. Nice finish by Emma Webb. 24-20 the score. 3.5 minutes to play in the third. Lefeview turns, hands off Johnson. Inside it goes to Lefeview at the free throw line. She's going to pull up from mid-range. She gets contested. Nice closeout there. Offensive board, though. Second chance attempt. And a foul is called. So she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Lauren Choate to the line to shoot 2. Her first free throw, no good off back iron. 24-20 to score. 3:17 to go in the third. Second free throw attempt. That's no good. 0 for 2 from the line. Rebound comes down to Shipman. Still a 4-point lead for Cookeville. Shipman over to Graves. Looked like she may have thought about the shot, but thinks better of it. Now Love. Love guarded loosely by Smith. Now she's going to pull it back to the logo and hand off to Emma Webb. We talk about all the guards on this Cookeville team. They just keep handing it off to each other. Now Webb gets tipped away from her out of play. It's going to remain Lady Cavs basketball. 2:52 to go in the third quarter. Webb sends over left side where Love is there. Love finds Shipman on right elbow. Shipman back over to Webb. Webb pulls back. It's tipped away, intended by for Jordan Gillis, but it goes out of bounds. Lady Cavs retain possession. Love over for Graves. Now Webb. Webb sends Shipman inside for KK Graves. Graves turns, fires outside. Jordan Gillis, the freshman, for three. Bang! A Holcomb Realty three-pointer by Jordan Gillis. 7-point lead for the Lady Cavs. It's 27-20. Smith sends that high arcing pass up. It's retrieved. Now it's tipped away. Nice defensive play by Jordan Gillis. Graves comes up with it, and now here comes Gillis. She fires over the top. Love underneath the basket, resets to Gillis. Great feed on the assist. Gillis finishes. Largest lead of the game for either team. It's a 9-point lead for the Lady Cavs. 1:56 to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
.156 to go in the third quarter. York led by 3 at halftime, but it's been a run by Cookeville to open up this third quarter that's opened the lead up to 29-20 for Coach Jamie Gillis' team. We're going to talk to her post-game. Make sure you stay tuned in between the doubleheader. We'll talk to her and our Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing player of the game, so you're not going to want to miss that. Cookeville right now leading by 9. York looking for the response out of the timeout. Johnson being double teamed in the corner. She's trapped. Now spins out of it. That's a good play to get away from that. Now she resets to the top where another trap is set. Inside it goes for Lefew. Turns, puts up the mid-range jumper. Good. Nothing but net. Shipman in transition up to Webb, who goes up and under with the layup attempt. It looks like she got hit. No foul called. York looks to push it. They're trying to cut into this deficit. It's now a 7-point game. Johnson gets it across half court, breaking the press. Now down low it goes. It sends over to the other side. Almost saved in bounds. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to remain York basketball. Been an exciting game so far. 7-point lead for the Lady Cavs. 1:16 to go in the third. Johnson inbounds it. Being guarded by Webb, and it's tipped out of play. York's going to get the ball back. It's close to being last tipped by the Lady Dragons. Johnson to inbound again. She does so to Lefew. Now Johnson being guarded by Gillis. She pulls it out, goes isolation, and looks to drive. She wanted to be all alone there. Now she goes isolation against Gillis. Drives the lane. Gillis blocks it and is going to get called for the foul. It's going to be the 15th foul called against Cookeville compared to just 2 on York. So fouls could become a factor in this ball game. Haley Johnson to the line to shoot 2. Her first free throw is good. It's now a 6-point lead for the Lady Cavs. 2 for 2 from the line goes Haley Johnson. 4 straight points for York has made it a 5-point game as we go under a minute to play. Now they're going to press. Liv Shipman has it. Full court pass. KK Graves wide open all day in transition. Graves finishes the layup. They break the press. That's textbook. Back up to a 7-point lead. And now Johnson. She has led this team all game for the Lady Dragons, putting on a very good show. She's going to go isolation against Gillis again. She crosses over, now gets away from her. Ends up with Smith. They switch. Now they're switched back. Gillis against Johnson. This is one to watch. And now Graves guarding her as Johnson drives to the lane, puts it up with the left hand. No good. KK Graves comes down with the board. And now they look to push it again. Emma Webb into the front court. Fakes the pass, puts up the shot. No good. Too strong. Rebound comes down to Reagan. 14 seconds to go. Here comes York the other way. It's Johnson. She pulls up, initiates contact. No foul called. Correct call there by the official. Johnson looking for the foul. That's what they teach you. Go ahead and try to get that foul called, but they don't get it there. 8.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Now Johnson to inbound. Cookeville playing man-to-man. The pass comes out to Smith. 7 seconds to go. Smith puts it down. Is dribbling, being guarded closely by Dunaway. Spinning, puts up the shot, and that's no good as the buzzer sounds. So a good third quarter there by the Cookeville Lady Cavs. At the end of 3 quarters of play, it's Cookeville 31, York 24. An exciting fourth quarter upcoming. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Final quarter of play. Cookeville leads 31-24 after a very good third quarter. They opened up down 3. They ended it down 7, or up 7, I should say. So outscored York by 10 in that frame. Lady Cavs with the basketball. Jordan Gillis has it. Gillis crosses over and turns, fires outside in the corner. Now outside the pass goes Dunaway. Shots up. That's no good, but Gillis gets the offensive board. Cookeville been all over the offensive boards in this second half. Maynard hands off. Gillis is going to drive right through the lane, puts it up, and she is fouled. And the freshman's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Gillis's second free throw no good as well, so it remains a 7-point lead for Cookeville. Now they'll press. Smith fires over Johnson. Haley Johnson breaks the press now, brings it into the paint, looking for the shot, stolen by behind by Maynard. It ends up with KK Graves. Now Graves brings it in the front court. Graves driving in the lane, puts up the shot with the right hand. Good. 9-point lead again for the Cavs. Play was all set up by the defensive stop by Chloe Maynard. KK Graves came up with it and finished it in transition. 33-24 the score. York needs a response. Now down low, the pass intended, gets away from her, and Katie Dunaway comes up with it. Another turnover. Here comes Gillis. It's a 4-on-3 if they hurry. Pass back. Graves thought about the shot. Now kicks it over to the other side where Maynard is. She crosses over, drives to the lane, puts up the layup with the right hand. Good. first double-digit lead of the game for either team, and it belongs to Cookeville. 35-24 the score. That shot goes up, no good. Rebounded by Gillis, and now she is fouled. That'll be the fourth team foul called against York. KK Graves brings it in the front court after the foul. Now it's sent over to the right side. Step back three for Alyssa Love, no good. Battle for the rebound comes down to York. Here come the Lady Dragons. A foul's going to be called there as Cookeville trying to turn up the pressure defensively that time. A little bit too aggressive, and that's going to be the 16th foul against the Lady Cavs. So every foul from here on out, York's going to go to the line to shoot two, or to shoot 1 and 1, and then 2 if they get to the double bonus. Haley Johnson to inbound. She's looking for somewhere to go with it. Almost runs out of time before finally getting it into Smith. Now back to Johnson on the give and go play. Johnson spins, being guarded closely by Gillis, but she is fouled. And Haley Johnson going back to the free throw line, a place where she's become very familiar with all game. And that one goes against KK Graves, 17 fouls. So just like that, York's in the bonus compared to just 14 fouls called against the Lady Dragons. First free throw for Johnson, no good. 35-24 lead for Cookeville. 1 for 2 from the line goes Johnson, makes it a 10-point game. Now Graves gets the inbound. She feels the pressure from behind by Johnson, dribbles it to the left side. Now a wide open paint. She's going to take it right through it, puts up the shot. Good, and 1. KK Graves, the sophomore, finishes through contact. 12-point lead for the Lady Cavs, and Graves can make it 13 with a trip to the line. Once again, stay tuned post-game. In between our doubleheader, we'll have the boys' game immediately following this game, but we're going to talk with Cookeville Lady Cavs head coach Jamie Gillis, as well as our Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing player of the game. So stick around. You don't want to miss that, as the free throw attempt by Graves is good. 3-point play completed. And again, largest lead of the game for the Lady Cavs, 13 now. It's 38-25. Leftview stolen from behind by Liv Shipman. Liv Shipman having a good game defensively. She now fires it ahead for Katie Dunaway. Dunaway over left side. Graves looked like she was thinking about stepping back, but was unable to corral it. She finally gets that pass, and now she resets. She's going to hand off to Shipman. Now Shipman to Gillis. Gillis turns over for Graves. She's thinking about the three, doesn't shoot it. Now out Jordan Gillis. And they're confused with her mom. Now Shipman hands off Graves. Graves drives the lane. Now kicks over Shope, back out Shipman. Cookeville with this 13-point lead. They can run clock as much as they want. No shot clock in high school. You got to wonder when York's going to start putting that pressure up. They're doing it a little bit there as Gillis crosses over and then spins. Somehow keeps that within her grasp, and now Shipman has it. Shipman over to Graves. Graves drives and finds Shope wide open in the bottom of the paint. Good closeout by the defender, but it's a little bit too late. Shope good with the bucket, and with 4:34 to go in the fourth quarter, timeout on the floor. Cookeville leads 40-25. We'll be right back.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville, or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. 4.5 minutes to play in this ball game. Cookeville has opened this lead up to 15. York needing a response out of the timeout, looking for the play. Shots up, no good, but Michaela Reagan is fouled by Graves, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. York going to need to start stacking possessions where they score and defensive stops, or they're going to run out of possessions to win this game. 4:23 to go. First free throw is good by Reagan. It's now a 14-point game. As you see on your screen, we are sponsored, just like all of our broadcasts are, by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. If you're interested in sponsoring any of our broadcasts, make sure you send a message to our Facebook page. And this is going to be a foul called against York, but send a message to our Facebook page if you're interested in sponsoring our broadcast. We have packages available for whatever school you're a fan of. If you're a business owner, packages available for Cookeville, Upperman, and all the other schools in our area, so make sure you send a message to our Facebook page. We'll get you pointed in the right direction. If you're sick of seeing the same 2 ads every game, help us fix that by sponsoring one of our broadcasts. 40-26 the score. KK Graves has it, breaking the press. Over right side for Dunaway. Now Shipman resets to Graves. Graves fires back for Shipman. Cookeville will probably look to drain some clock here. Shipman fakes the drive and then fires out Graves. Foul's going to be called against York, and that's going to be the 17th foul against the Lady Dragons, which should put Cookeville into the bonus. It will, and it's going to be Jordan Gillis going to the line to shoot 1-1. The freshman's first free throw attempt is no good. Rebounded by Reagan, and now here comes York, trailing by 14. Looking to push the tempo is Johnson. She puts up the shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Choate. Now she brings it along the baseline. Now Smith, guarded by Shope. I'll try to isolate her over on that side. Smith fakes the drive, pulls up for 3. Shots up, no good. Rebounded by Graves, and here comes KK Graves. 3:20 to go in the ball game. Over for Shipman. Shipman now fires over Dunaway. Dunaway gets pressured, but she finds Graves. Now back for Katie Dunaway. 3 minutes to go in the game. Dunaway crosses over. Now she's going to be fouled, and Katie Dunaway, the senior, will go to the line to shoot 1-1. First free throw by Dunaway is good. Back up to a 15-point lead. One for 2 from the line goes Katie Dunaway. Rebound comes down to Haley Johnson. Under 3 minutes to play, 15-point lead for Cookeville. Looking down low now, cross the paint goes the pass. Finish is good. Down to a 13-point game, but Cassie Shope all alone on the other side. Good closeout speed by Michaela Reagan, but she commits a foul, and so Cassie Shope will go to the line to shoot 2. York scores that basket with a pretty play, but then Cassie Shope was standing all alone on the other side. Reagan did a good job to get back, but commits the foul. First free throw attempt for Shope is no good. She's shooting 2. It was a shooting foul. Very good boys game on tap between York and Cookeville. You're not going to want to miss that. Second free throw by Shope is no good. Remains a 13-point game, 2.5 minutes. York can get back in it with a couple of scores. Johnson, she's going to pull up for 3. High arcing shot, no good. Tipped out, it's going to be grabbed by Shipman, and now a foul is going to go against Reagan, and Liv Shipman will go to the line. I believe that's the 10th team foul against York, which would send Shipman to the line to shoot 2. And that is 5 personal fouls against Michaela Reagan, so she'll be forced to sit out the remainder of this ball game. Shipman's first free throw is no good. Once again, shooting 2 there, the double bonus. Cookeville down 3 at halftime, but they came out looking like a totally different basketball team, looking like the team we've seen through the first 5 games of the season here in this second half, as they've opened this up to a 14-point lead with 2:20 to play. Johnson, guarded by Shipman. She's going to drive it all the way herself, puts up the shot through the contact. Good, and one. Haley Johnson will not go quietly into the night. It's now a 12-point game, and she can make it 11 with a free throw here. This Jordan Gillis checks back into the game. Interesting strategy here. York obviously confident that Johnson's going to make this free throw. She does so it pays off. And they'll drop into that press defense. 11-point game. York hanging around that peripheral, being really in this ball game. Jordan Gillis has it. 2:10 to play. Gillis is going to drive it herself, fires left side. Nice play. Alyssa Love was there. And now Love will just pull it out again as they'll look to churn more clock with this 11-point lead. 2 minutes to play. Now Love will drive it through the lane, kicks over to Graves, wide open, cutting, finishing is KK Graves. Nice play there by the Lady Cavs. They empty out the lane, and then Alyssa Love just drives to one side, fires it over to the cutting Graves, who finishes. Now Johnson driving to the lane, good again through the contact. And I say through the contact, it looked like there was any contact there, but the official whistles it, so she'll go to the line looking to complete the 3-point play. Haley Johnson single-handedly keeping this York Lady Dragons team in the game. That is a favorable call, to say the least. Both teams now in the double bonus. Johnson's free throw is good. She's money from the line. 10-point game. York not going away. 1:43 to play. Gillis picks up her dribble, fires over Graves. Now Graves crosses over. Now she's going to drive it herself. She has a pass if she wants it. She does it. She's going to take it herself and finish it in transition. KK Graves makes it a 12-point game. Pass goes down to the right wing. Now Smith looking for a cutting player that's going to get tipped away by Graves, and Gillis corrals it. Nice play defensively by KK Graves. Now she's there in transition. Gets the pass from Gillis. Puts up the shot. Good. KK Graves putting the exclamation point on this game for Cookeville. It's a 14-point lead. Now a foul's going to be called against Gillis. Another one is Johnson. They'll take that every day of the week. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. That's the 4th foul against Jordan Gillis. She's had the tough task of guarding Haley Johnson, who is money from the free throw line, as we continue to see. It's now 35-48. So Liv Shipman checks back into the game. Johnson 2 for 2 from the line again. It's 36-48. Haley Gillis resets over Jordan Gillis. Gillis is going to drive the lane. It's wide open if she wants it. Puts up the shot a little bit too strong with the right hand. Rebound comes down to York. 12-point game. 55 seconds to go. Johnson, she knows she has to go quick. Sends over to Smith, who's going to pull up for 3. That shot's good. A Holcomb Realty 3-pointer by Sage Smith. It's a 9-point game. 46 seconds to play. York not going away quietly at all. We've seen that continually time and time again. Cookeville's had this lead up to as big as 15. York keeps cutting into it. It's a 9-point game. They're going to need some things to fall their way. Lady Cavs will try to drain some clock. You got to believe at a certain point York's going to be forced to foul. Let's see what these two teams draw up out of this timeout. 9-point lead for the Lady Cavs. Cookeville's going to have the ball, 46.9 seconds remaining. KK Graves to inbound. She does so to Shipman. Shipman being double teamed. Now fires it ahead where Gillis is there. 39 seconds to play, and she is fouled, so Jordan Gillis is going to go to the line to shoot two. Two important free throws upcoming. First free throw by the freshman is no good. Hit almost every part of the rim before falling, no good. Tell you, York's still in this ball game. 38.7 seconds to go. It's 48-39. Second free throw by Gillis is good. Back up to a 10-point lead. That's a big free throw because it makes it a 4-possession game instead of a 3-possession game. Now Smith has it. Fires over the left side. Wide open shot. That's no good. Long rebound comes out to Smith. Now another three-point attempt is up. That's no good. Rebounded by Graves. 25 seconds to go. 10-point lead. KK Graves is fouled. She will go to the line to shoot two. And now it looks like Cookeville closing in on a big road win up in Jamestown. Once again, stay tuned post-game. We'll have an interview with Cookeville head coach Jamie Gillis, as well with our Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game. And then immediately following that, we'll have the boys game between Cookeville and York. Very good York boys basketball team coming off a win over Stone Memorial. They'll look to get a win over another AAA school in Cookeville tonight, but Cookeville under first-year head coach Josh Hurd will have something to say about that. Graves' first free throw is good. She goes 1 for 2 from the line. 23 seconds to play. York needs baskets quickly. Johnson being double-teamed, trying to find somewhere to go with it. She now dribbles it around Gillis. They're running out of time. 13 seconds to go. Smith pulls up for the long-range three. Shots up, no good. Battle for the rebound comes down. Shipman's there on the floor. Now she kicks out to Graves, and they're going to say don't foul, and they'll run out the clock here as Cookeville secures the 50-39 win over York. The teams will shake hands. Cookeville was down 3 at halftime, but a strong second half performance, especially in that third quarter where they outscored York by 13 points. Thus, they win 50-39, and they move to 5-1 this year. Their only loss coming by 4 points against Riverdale. No shame in that. A very strong start to the season through 6 games for Cookeville. And now we're just 15 minutes away from the boys' game as the Cookeville Cavaliers come through the tunnel on the right side of your screen. They're taking on the York Dragons in just 15 minutes. When we come back, we'll have an interview with Cookeville head coach Jamie Gillis, as well as our Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game. And then we'll be set for the second half of our doubleheader between Cookeville and York. Don't go anywhere.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Just a few moments away from getting the second half of our doubleheader underway between Cookeville and York. Thrilled to be joined now by our Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. It's the sophomore KK Graves. KK had 22 points for being named Player of the Game. She's going to receive a trophy and a t-shirt courtesy of our friends at Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing. And KK, your team goes into halftime down by 3. You come out in the second half, you outscore York by 13 in the third quarter. What changed for your team at halftime that gave you that momentum into the third quarter? And then you were a big part in that fourth quarter of helping put this game away with a lot of key points, a couple of free throws. What is it about you? You always seem to show up in those fourth quarters. What is it about you that makes you so confident in the end of games? Competitive itch turn up.
Yeah.
Teams at 5-1. Your only loss came against perennial powerhouse Riverdale, only by 4. How confident are you girls right now in how you're playing? She's the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game tonight. Her team got it done, 11-point win over York. Thank you for joining us, and now we'll head the headset over to your head coach, Jamie Gillis. We'll ask you to wait around for a minute so we can take a picture for our Facebook
Thank you.
page. And here we go. We're heading over the microphone to Cookeville Lady Cavs head coach Jamie Gillis. And then, so she can hear me, because we're second rate, you have to leave it off your ear a little bit. Can you hear me? All right. Okay, so Coach Jamie Gillis, your team wins over York. It was kind of a tale of two halves. What do you think changed for your squad there in that second half to really give them that momentum in the third quarter?
It's going to be a good. Sorry, I'm trying. Okay. And so we she played very well and I thought she was and I found out so not very good.
Your team really turned up the intensity, especially the jump down on the offensive boards in the third quarter. Was it what was it a matter of just the adjustment? Was it an effort thing that you just had to get after your team a little bit in halftime? To make
We've been on the road now for 4 and just, you know, it's here, you know, so expect that we play a so you know the kids, you know, you're talking game, and so, you know, I think we just, you know, at halftime,
something that jumps out about your team is the depth of your squad. I mean, you seem to have unlimited guards sitting on the bench. How valuable has that been through the first 6 games when you're sitting at 5-1 to have so many players you can go to and play minutes?
It's right. You know, we done away. You know, he's and we found out like 7 weeks, and so to come in, I've got come in and help a lot of other things, you know, we're just strong and just trying to find the information, and I felt like during the quarter, we had a fight going, and we got it done, and, you know, come in, just, you know, they beat us. What I love most about the kids up there, yelling just around the game, that's pretty exciting.
I asked KK about the confidence that she has in her teammates and the confidence they're playing with at 5-1 right now. For you as a coach, what's your confidence level? How you feel about where your team is at here 6 games into the season?
That's pretty exciting. Those are pretty damn. We aren't. We can't. I feel like we can. So, you know, that's pretty good. For the future, how we continue to work. And part about how deep is our people competitive. I mean, we're getting playing Thursday, so we're getting definitely win. And so hopefully we can together at the end and really get to
Well, our special thanks to Cookeville Lady Cavs head coach Jamie Gillis for joining us here. Her team moves to 5-1 with an 11-point win over York. Welcome back. Second half of our doubleheader between Cookeville and York. It's the boys' game as we're underway. York with the basketball, and a foul is going to be called quickly against Cookeville. York's going to go right to the line to shoot two. Cookeville Lady Cavs got a 11-point win to open up the ball game, or to open up our doubleheaders today. Now the boys will look to sweep, but they've got a tall task ahead of them against a very good AA York squad. York enters this game at 2-1 on the season. They now have a 1-0 lead. Cookeville, meanwhile, enters this game at 2-3 under first-year head coach Josh Hurd. Quick note, jumping out immediately, big freshman Joseph Agee is not here tonight. At least he's not suited up for the Cavs, so that's a big inside presence lost for the Cavaliers, who trail 2-0 now early in the game. Three-pointer for Brown is up and good. That's a Holcomb Realty three-pointer by Braden Brown. The senior gives the Cavs a lead, 3-2, and Josh Hurd screams, get up. They're going to press immediately as that pass skied up for and retrieved by Riley Cooper. And now Nicholas Smith sends it over to the left side. Now a cross-court pass. Ends up with Roger Meadows. Three-point shot by Meadows is good. That's a Holcomb Realty three-pointer by Roger Meadows. Now here comes Cookeville the other way, trailing by 2. Cookeville facing a very big and talented York squad, and the Cavs are going to want to keep it wide open in transition. They want a shot in this game as another three-point shot is up. That's no good. They're going to need to shoot the ball very well from the field as Meadows brings it across half court and fires over to the left wing where a wide open three-point shot is up and good. Nicholas Smith with a Holcomb Realty three-pointer. That's 2 threes already for the Dragons. They have a 5-point lead. As Hall now resets. Another three-point shot is up. That's no good. Zach Hall with a rebound, though. And now Stockton Owen pulls up from the free throw line, makes the shot through the foul, and Stockton Owen will go to the line to shoot one, trying to complete the three-point play. Stockton Owen, of course, two-sport athlete, also the starting quarterback for the Cookeville Cavaliers. 8-5 to score. One characteristic throughout all their games so far, Cookeville likes to have high-scoring affairs, which on one end of the spectrum offensively is good. Defensively, got some things they want to tighten up here early in the year. Coach Hurd making some wholesale changes that are still being adjusted to, but already 2 wins on the season, as now a foul's going to be called against York. Cookeville gets the ball back, trailing by 2, 6:20 to play in the first quarter. I'm going to send a special thanks to Cookeville coach Jamie Gillis for joining us, and KK Graves, our Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game, for joining us there in between these 2 games. Stockton Owen. He brings it around to the right side. Now hands off Hall. Now kick out. Bailey Gillum, 4-3. That's no good. He has the range. Now an offensive board, though, comes down for Lucas Reeves, and now Reeves is going to look to reset. Picks up his dribble and finds Stockton Owen in the corner. Owen drives the length of the baseline and fires out for Hall. Now Reeves, he pump fakes, gets the defender off his feet. Now Stockton Owen, mid-range jumpers up, no good. Second chance attempt by Gillum, good. We're tied at 8. Cookeville turning up the pressure. Only 4 players dressed on the bench tonight for the Cavs compared to just a ton for the Dragons. And we talked about how Cookeville likes to keep it wide open, and the question can be, though, do you have the stamina here pretty early in the season with only 4 players on the bench to do that over the entire course of the game? So far, 2-point lead for the Dragons. Reeves fires over for Hall. Now Gillum, and he's going to get tagged for the traveling violation. 1 too many steps before he put that dribble down, and it's a turnover. Smith fires inside, turnaround jumper's no good, wide left. Gets away out of bounds, and Cookeville's going to get the ball back. Shot was attempted by Riley Cooper. 4:50 to go in the first quarter. 2-point lead for the Dragons. Now Cookeville slows it up a little bit with Zach Hall, bringing it across the front court. Hall over for Reeves. Lucas Reeves pulls up 4-3. That's no good. Rebound comes down to Cooper. Cooper hands to Meadows. Now Meadows is going to pull up 4-3. That shot's no good. Rebound comes down to Reeves. He'll look to push it. Here comes Zach Hall into the front court. Now he pulls up a right wing. Steps back and hands off Owen over the top. Now Owen out for Braden Brown. No hesitation. 4-3. That shot's no good. Rebounded by Smith. And here comes Nicholas Smith as he crosses half court. Well, he'll be met by Stockton Owen. Now it's out for Meadows. Meadows fires right side. Now 3-point shot is up. That's no good. Attempted by Smith. Battle for the rebound. Now foul's going to be called here, I believe, against York. It will be. That's the 3rd team foul called against the Dragons. Of course, Cookeville plays in a very difficult region or district with White County, Stone Memorial, 2 very good squads. York already beat Stone Memorial, though, early in this season, so that shows you about how good this team is. York, of course, plays in another very difficult region, mainly because of the team sitting at the top of the district, and that is the Upperman Bees, who look like an unstoppable freight train so far this season in boys basketball. They have steamrolled everybody. Now Reeves for 3. That shot is good. A Holcomb Realty 3-pointer by Lucas Reeves. First lead of the game for the Cavs. 3:35 to go in the first quarter. It's 11-10. But this is a York team that knocked Upperman out of the region tournament last year, and they expect to make noise in this district with good reason. Second chance attempt, no good. Another offensive board. Foul called on the floor against Brown. Technical interruption. Pass goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cookeville, so York retains possession. 3:03 to go in the first quarter. It's 11-10. Inbounds pass goes over into the right corner. Now driving and pulling up for mid-range floater shots good by Chase Rich, the junior forward. Gives York the lead again, 12-11. Now it goes over right side, 3-point shot by Horners up, no good. High rebound, Stockton Owen wrestles it away. Then he puts up the second chance attempt, that's no good. Rebound comes down to Roger Meadows. Now Meadows goes in transition. Dragons leading by 1, 2:38 to go in the first quarter. Contact made, no foul called against either team. Will Horner goes up for the rebound and gets it. And now Stockton Owen, the junior, as Josh Hurd barks out the play call. Now it goes over Lucas Reeves. Reeves now looking for Hall, but that gets tipped away by Smith, and here come the Dragons now. Off the steal. Smith looks to fire it ahead, but his intended receiver wasn't looking for it, but how he saved that in bounds. What a play by York. Shot made. Chase Rich with his 4th point of the basketball game. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 3-point lead by York. How did he save that in bounds? What a play. Now Reeves for 3. No hesitation, but the shot's no good. Rebound comes down to Meadows. The senior, 6'5", 185 pounds, Roger Meadows, picks up his dribble, now turns, fires outside, 3-point shot is up, and good! A Holcomb Realty 3-pointer by Riley Cooper. Timeout called by Cookeville. 1:37 to go in the first quarter. It's 17-11. We'll be right back.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. 1:30 to go in the first quarter. Cookeville trailing by 6 against York. Stockton Owen has it. Let's see what they've drawn up out of the timeout. Now Gillum. Bailey Gillum fires left side. Almost gets away from his intended target, but he gets there. It's Zach Gillum, or Colin Gillum, pardon me. Now turnaround jumper for Will Horner. Good. Nice play for the Cavs. 4-point game. Smith going to send it all the way across court for Meadows. 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Meadows is going to pull up for 3. Shot's no good. Rebound comes down to Gillum. Here comes Bailey Gillum, and that pass gets deflected away. The ball gets deflected from Gillum. Tips off of Hall. So that's a turnover, and York's going to get the ball back. That pass intercepted by Horner. Here they come in transition. Colin Gillum has it. He fakes one way, then he gets over the Hall. Now Owen, mid-range, or the layup is up and good. 2-point game now. Good transition play for the Cavs. It's 17-15, 35 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Meadows has it. Cookeville playing this zone defense. That goes over Smith, back over for Roger Meadows. Meadows sends back Rich. Now Smith. Inside pass goes for Cooper. Cooper sends back out. 3-point shots up. No good. Too short. Now rebound comes down to Owen. 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Stockton Owen. He's going to pass out to the outside. Bailey Gillum for 3. That's no good. Goes over the backboard. And so it's going to be York ball. 3.7 seconds to go. Enough time for a shot perhaps for the Dragons, but they'll have to hurry. Cooper to inbound. He does so. 2 seconds to go. They got to get the shot up. There's the half-court shot. Not even close. At the end of 1 quarter of play here in the second half of our doubleheader, York leads Cookeville 17-15. We'll be right back.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back as we're getting set for the second quarter of play here between York and Cookeville. The Dragons lead 17-15. It was an exciting first quarter. Back and forth we went. Cookeville's going to have the ball to start the second quarter. We've talked about how thin the bench is tonight for the Cavs. Just 4 players on the bench, and they like to play a wide open style of play, so that stamina is going to have to be strong tonight for the Cavaliers. As Zach Hall walks into the front court, fires over Bailey Gillum, who holds it above his head. Now he sends back for Hall, who pulls up from long range for 3. That shot's no good. Battle for the rebound. Ends up with Bailey Gillum. Colin Gillum hit him out to him. And now Hall has it again. 7:40 to play in the second quarter. Hall drives, then kicks out. Colin Gillum for 3. That shot's no good. Battle for the rebound comes down to York. Skying for the rebound is Cooper. And now a corner 3. Oh, faked. Faked out me and everybody else. Now it goes over to the right side. Smith sends inside for Cooper, who turns, puts the shot up, no good, but he is fouled. So he will go to the line to shoot 2. Riley Cooper's had a nice game so far. First free throw is no good off front iron as Lucas Reeves will check back into the game for Colin Gillum. One for 2 from the line. It's now a 3-point lead for the Dragons. Lucas Reeves has it on left wing. He's going to fire all the way across for Colin Gillum, who's going to drive and fakes the pass before stepping back with the shot. That's a nice finish by Colin Gillum. 1-point game, 18-17. Meadows fires over left side, now back for him. And that's going to be an offensive foul, an illegal screen. Nice job by Hall to try to fight through that screen, gets the call. 6:51 to go in the second quarter, 18-17 to score. Cookeville can take the lead for the first time in a while if they score on this possession. Owen crosses over, and now he's going to pull up just inside the free throw line, hits the front of the rim, then rolls all the way around. No good. Lucas Reeves, second chance attempt, good. It's a nice job by Will Horner to tip it over to Reeves, and now Cookeville leads by 1. It's 19-18. Smith fires over Meadows. Now back to Smith. Smith looking inside. That gets tipped away, and here comes Cookeville after the steal. Zach Hall puts up the layup attempt. No good, but he is fouled, and Zach Hall will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws with his team leading by 1. Timeout called on the floor by York. 30-second timeout. 6:12 to go in the second quarter. It's 19-18.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com.
Welcome back. 6:12 to go in the second quarter. It's a 1-point lead for the Cavs with Zach Hall going to the line to shoot 2. The senior guard did a nice job in transition of creating the contact there. Gets the call to try to expand this lead. His first free throw is good. It's now a 2-point lead for the Cavs. Two for 2 from the line is the senior, Zach Hall. 21-18 the score. York looking for a response. Meadows will walk it across half court. Now it's over for Nicholas Smith at the top of the key. Fires right side Meadows. Now Smith on left wing. Over his head to Roger Meadows. 5:52 to play in the second quarter. Now Smith. Meadows for three. That's good. A Holcomb Realty three-pointer by Roger Meadows. We're all tied up at 21. Back and forth game so far. Zach Hall has it. He looks back toward the bench to get the play call in from Coach Josh Hurd. And he gets a screen from Will Horner. He uses it. Now he's going to pull up the mid-range jumper. Had to hesitate in the air. That's a great finish by the senior, Zach Hall. 2-point lead now for the Cavs. That pass is going to be intercepted. Lucas Reeves. Cookeville has numbers. Pass goes over for Hall. He's going to step back in the corner. 4-3. Shots up. No good. Offensive rebound comes down to Colin Gillum. He'll reset up to the top. Now Reeves has it. Back over Gillum. Colin Gillum, the junior guard. Hands off to Hall, and that's almost taken away from him, but he feels the pressure from behind. Spins around. Now he's going to drive the lane. Puts up the shot. Blocked away. Nice block there by Riley Cooper. Here comes York the other way. Smith spins, puts up the shot. That's blocked by Horner. Battle for the rebound comes down to York, and I believe that's going to be a travel. It is. York gets tagged for the traveling violation. A couple of subs into the game for both teams. 4:38 to go in the second quarter. 23-21 is the lead for the Cavs. Lucas Reeves will walk it up to half court before handing off to Colin Gillum. Now back to Reeves. Very guard-heavy team for Cookeville. Reeves walks up, hesitates, then pulls it down, kicks out. Will Horner, corner three up. That's no good. Rebound comes down. It's Stockton. Owen has it. It's almost touched away by a fan, but then it's intercepted. Pass taken away by Meadows. Here he comes in transition. Hesitates in the air, finishes the layup, and we're tied again at 23. Gillum hands off to Bailey Gillum, who spins in the lane. Now he passes it to Owen. It was almost disaster. It's averted. Stockton Owen turns around and finishes the basket. 2-point lead again for the Cavs. Back and forth action so far in this game. Very exciting. 3:45 to play in this first half. 2-point lead for Cookeville against a very strong York squad. Pass goes out. Roger Meadows for three. That's good. A Holcomb Realty three-pointer by Roger Meadows. Have a half, young man. Roger Meadows filling up the stat sheet. Now Reeves has it. He hesitates and kicks over Will Horner. He'll try a three from the other side now. That's no good, but he gets his own rebound. Drives to the lane and finishes the second chance attempt. 1-point lead for Cookeville. Cookeville very comfortable in this back and forth environment. This is how they want to play. Meadows is going to move Smith all the way around to the other side along the baseline where he has it now. Now that's going to be stolen away. Here comes Bailey Gillum. That gets tipped away out of bounds. Last touch by Cookeville. It's a turnover. York gets the ball back. Meadows will walk it into the front court as we go under 3 minutes to play in this first half. Spinning jumpers up, no good. Box out on the rebound. That foul's going to go against York. It'll be tagged against Meadows. And that's the 16th foul called against the Dragons compared to just 3 against Cookeville. Zach Hall running the point right now for the Cavs. 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Hall passes over to Gillum. Now inside Owen. Kick out goes to Bailey Gillum. Over for Hall. 2:18 to play in this first half. Hall going to rotate over to the right side. He passes it to Bailey. Gillum fakes the pass. Now sends it over to Colin Gillum. Inside pass goes for Reeves. He tries to slice through the defense. Gets tipped out of bounds. Last touch by York. It'll be Cavs basketball. Hall will inbound on the baseline. Braden Brown will wait to check into the game. Inbounds pass comes over to the top for Reeves. Reeves over for Hall. Now looking inside, back out Colin Gillum. He can shoot the three, but he'll put it down that time. Pass over for Reeves. He's able to corral it. Stockton Owen drives to the lane, puts it up with the right hand, finishes strong. Stockton Owen, 3-point lead for the Cavs. Minute and a half to play here in this second quarter. Pass goes over right wing. Looking for Meadows on the other side. He skies up, retrieves the ball. Now Rich sends over right side, back over Meadows. Meadows at the top of the key, being met by two different Cavs defenders. This zone defense by Cookeville, 2-3. Now Smith drives, then kicks into the corner. Three-point shot is up and good. A Holcomb Realty three-pointer by Noah Smith, the senior. 1 minute to play in the second quarter, and we are tied, 29 apiece. Stockton Owen crosses half court with it. And it looks like they may be content to hold for the last shot here. Maybe not. They'll drive. Stockton Owen looks like he's thinking about driving. He hands off Zach Hall. Takes it around. Now he pulls up, or he's going to pass it down low, looking for Bailey Gillum, but that's intercepted by Smith. And now here comes Meadows. He slices through, puts it up with the left hand. That's no good. Rebounded by Colin Gillum. He puts it on the deck. 25 seconds to go. Gillum. Clock now at 15. Cookeville wants to go in a half tied or with a lead. Now Colin Gillum, he says isolation. He pulls it back. Now puts it down, fakes one way, then kicks out. Zach Hall has it. 1 second to go. Pulls up the jumper, and that's no good. So at the end of one half of play, we are tied at 29. We'll take a brief intermission for halftime, and then when we come back, it'll be second half action between York and Cookeville, all knotted up at 29. 10 minutes of halftime, then we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com.
welcome back to the second half of our doubleheader tonight between York and Cookeville. Dragons and Cavs tied at 29, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. The press works for Cookeville. This is a good York squad, but this Cookeville Cavaliers squad hanging tough under first-year head coach Josh Hurd. All tied up at 29, a very exciting second half on tap. Make sure you go ahead and hit that share button so your family and friends know they can watch this second half live. It's a tie ball game between two good basketball teams in the Upper Cumberland. They're going to want to be able to watch this, and the only place they can do that is live right here on the Upper Cumberland Reporter, as Braden Brown's going to be hit with a offensive foul on the screen. So a couple of turnovers for each team to start this half. Storyline to watch. You look at York's bench, every seat is full. You look at Cookeville's bench, 4 seats are full. Only 4 players on the bench tonight for Cookeville for a variety of reasons. That three-pointer is up, no good. Braden Brown skies up and grabs the board, now sends it into the front court to Bailey Gillum, who'll drive in the lane, put it up with the right hand, and good. Cookeville leads by 2. Transition basket by Bailey Gillum. Roger Meadows had a phenomenal first half. He's the one with the basketball, and he's being double-teamed. Steps through, though, nicely and finds an open man in the front court. Pass goes over for Jennings, and now Meadows. Roger Meadows sends over right side. Nicholas Smith looking inside Cooper. Cooper being doubled, spins, blocked out of his hands by Brown. Foul is called. And Cookeville understandably very upset about that call. That is a poor call by the official. No other way to say it. Regardless, York benefits. They're going to the line to shoot 2. Braden Brown did a great job swiping the ball out of the way there, but he'll get punished with a foul. Second team foul called against the Cavs, and it's already 2 fouls in this half against Brown. Free throw attempt by Cooper is good. It's now a 1-point game. Second free throw, no good off back iron. Rebound comes down to Stockton Owen. Owen slows up the dribble. Now being solo defended. He puts up the jumper. That's no good. A little bit too strong. Now a battle for the rebound. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Cavs. It'll belong to the Dragons. Coach Josh Hurd takes the opportunity to give the ball to the official to get a word in with him, as they have a little bit of a discussion, but finally York will get the inbounds pass in. And it'll be Riley Cooper who hands off to Meadows, back to Cooper. And that pass gets away from everybody, out of play, and it'll be Cavalier basketball. Cookeville kind of sitting back, and then as soon as they cross half court, they're racing up into that defense, and it's kind of caught York off guard on the opening few possessions. Hall pulls back. Cookeville running this half-court offense, trying to get a bucket, leading by just 1. Hall fires down low. Owen, who's going to drive the lane, put it up with the right hand. Shot's good, and 1. I believe through the foul. No signal yet. And finally, he will signal and 1. So Stockton Owen will look to complete the 3-point play. We waited a little bit on the official signal. He finally gives it. Good through the contact. Stockton Owen, not afraid of contact at all. He will drive in that lane every day of the week. Stockton Owen does complete the 3-point play, and it's 34-30. The scoreboard's incorrect. It says, and as Stockton Owen comes from behind and tips that ball out of play. Scoreboard says 34-31. It's 34-30. And there we go. We get it fixed. No first hand. Those scoreboard machines are not easy to operate at times. Corner 3-pointer is up by Smith. Good. That's a Holcomb Realty 3-pointer by Nicholas Smith. It's a 1-point game again as Stockton Owen brings it in the front court, right wing. Then he throws the cross-court pass like he does when he's a football player. Hall's going to drive the baseline, turns, fires out. Owen, mid-range jumpers up. He got hit. No foul called. Rebound comes down to York, and here they come. Meadows going to fire in the front court. Smith's there, puts up the layup, and good. Dragons lead now, 35-34. Pass goes over to Horner. Now Bailey Gillum in the corner for 3. That's up and no good. Rims around, and an offensive foul is going to go against Horner on that rebound attempt. He gets tagged for the shove. (35-34) the score. 5:21 to go in the third quarter. York with the slim 1-point lead. As Colin Gillum checks into the game for his brother Bailey Gillum. Smith, he had a three-pointer in the last possession. Now he has it again. Now he's going to play back Roger Meadows, the senior shooting guard. This is a very big York squad. Turning around, what a block by Will Horner. Here they come the other way. Zach Hall has it. Hall backs down and fires in, cutting Colin Gillum. Now he tries to fire it over to Reeves. It gets off of Reeves' shin and out of play. York gets the ball back with this 1-point lead and 4:46 to go in the third. I believe we're going to have a timeout on the court. Timeout called by Josh Hurd in Cookeville. 4:46 to go in the third. It's 35-34. We'll be right back.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. 4:40 to go in the third quarter. York with the ball, leading by 1 out of the timeout. Corner 3, Nicholas Smith from the wing. That's no good. Rebound comes down to Stockton Owen. Smith already has 1 3-pointer in this quarter. Now Owen fires it in the front court. It comes back to him. Now in the corner it goes Colin Gillum, firing inside. Shots up by Owen. Good, and 1 through the contact. Stockton Owen with a chance to complete his second 3-point play of the quarter. Cookeville says, I'll take that lead right back. It's 36-35. Owen's free throw is good. It's now a 2-point lead for the Cavs. What a ball game we've had tonight. The first game, Cookeville won by 11, but that was a great game as well. And this game has just been tremendous. 2-point game. Back and forth we go now. On the other side, York firing the pass inside to Cooper. It's swept away. Great play by Colin Gillum. And now a kick is going to go against York. And Cookeville will get the ball back. 37-35 to score. 4:11 to play in this third quarter. One thing you can certainly say about these Cookeville Cavaliers, they play with a lot of effort and a lot of heart under Josh Hurd through the first 6 games of the year now. They're 2-3, still going through the adjustment period under a brand new head coach. Will Horner has 8 turns, puts the shot up off the glass, no good. Colin Gillum gets his own board, but then dribbles it off his leg, goes out of play. York gets the ball back after the turnover, 2-point lead for the Cavs. Let's see what the Dragons can draw up here. Roger Meadows will walk it across half court right on that big Y logo with the dragon in the middle, one of the coolest logos in high school basketball. That's just announcer opinions, but that's why you watch the broadcast. Driving into the lane is Meadows. He's going to pull up for the mid-range jumper. No good. It's a clever play by Roger Meadows, and now he's going to get tagged for the foul. He saw Will Horner was standing there waiting to take a charge, so instead he just pulls up. Shot was no good, and then he commits a foul, but still a heads-up play by Meadows. If that shot falls, it's a highlight play. Will Horner will inbound it to Hall. Lucas Reeves fires left side. Colin Gillum has it. Gillum hesitates. Now step back. Mid-range jumpers up and good. Nice shot by the junior Colin Gillum. 2-pointer. It's 39-35. Great basketball game continuing here as Meadows slips the trap, then fires over to Cooper, who almost, you can't give him credit for the dunk. He laid it in, but it was so close to a dunk. Regardless, great play by Cooper. Still counts 2 points. Over left side, Will Horner for 3. That's good. A Holcomb Realty 3-pointer by Will Horner. Back and forth we go. It's a 5-point lead for the Cavaliers. Smith. He's going to hand over Rich. Back to Smith. High pressure defense by the Cavs. Over right side, Meadows. He drives, then picks it up, finds Cooper. Now Meadows, he pulls up for 3. That's no good off front iron. And now a foul in the lane is going to be called against York. I'm going to get him for that little backhanded hook. I believe we're going to have a timeout on the floor called by York. We will. 2:06 to go in the third quarter. Cookeville now leads 42-37. We'll be right back.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com.
Welcome back. 2:06 to go in the third quarter. Cookeville's opened up the lead of 5 points in a very exciting back and forth high school basketball game. You couldn't ask for any more. Great atmosphere tonight. As you can see, the right side of the stands pretty full here for York. It's always a great atmosphere in Jamestown. Best show in town are these York Dragons. Stockton Owen has it. The junior feeds over Reeves. Lucas Reeves finds Horner. Now Owen. Trying to expand this lead. Colin Gillum open for 3. Shots up. Hits the left side of the backboard. No good. Now battle for the rebound. Stockton Owen races out and corrals it. Now finds Lucas Reeves. Over left side it goes. Tipped by Horner, and it ends up with Zach Hall. Hall plays back. Now Hall. Drives, looks over his shoulder, finds Stockton Owen, who will drive in the lane, and his shot is blocked. Riley Cooper with the block. It's going to remain Cavalier basketball, but a big block by Riley Cooper. The junior, 6'5", 200 pounds with a size advantage, skies up and blocks it out of play. 1:19 to go in the third, 5-point lead for the Cavs. Inbounds pass comes to Hall. He puts up a shot that's blocked. That time it's Roger Meadows. 2 shots, 2 blocks for York. They'll try this again. Cookeville to inbound. It goes over to Reeves in the corner. He pump fakes. We're putting it on the deck. Now he's going to hand off Will Horner. Everybody on the court right now for the Cavs can handle the ball. 2 screens set for him. Horner takes it. Now he's going to drive the line to the right side. Puts it up with the right hand. Good. Great play design by Coach Josh Hurd. Will Horner executes it with the screens. Bucket is good. Biggest lead of the game for Cookeville. It's a 7-point game. Rich fires over Smith, 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Now Meadows. Meadows has been the engine so far for the Dragons. Inside out, pass goes to Meadows. Now he picks up his dribble, holds it over his head before firing out Smith, 30 seconds to go. Over it goes Meadows. Now inside, Lucas Reeves with a good play to step in front of it, steals it away, and now here they come in transition. Hall fires over to Owen. He puts up the shot, a little bit too strong though. Rebound comes down to the Dragons. 18 seconds to go. Here they come in transition. Smith, he pulls up. Basket is good by Nicholas Smith. 5-point game, 10 seconds to go. Cookeville with the last shot of the quarter if they want it. Owen has it, and a blocking foul is called against the Dragons. That's a bang-bang play, hardest call to make in basketball. Of course, York doesn't like it, but looked like maybe a split second too late for Nicholas Smith. But again, you can't fault a referee going either way on that call. Reminder, the rule on those plays is not to be set. There's a misnomer out there that you have to be set with your 2 feet planted. That's not true. You just have to be in legal guarding position. So the question there was Smith in legal guarding position? The referee says no. So it's a foul against the Dragons. 5.2 seconds to go in the quarter. Fouls could become a factor. York sitting at 5 team fouls compared to just 3 on the Cavs. Close game like this, every little thing matters, free throws especially. Once again, hope you'll join us tomorrow for the Upper Cumberland Reporter Coaches Show. Buddy Pearson and I will sit down, talk about the Blue Cross Bowl and then all the different Putnam County High School basketball teams. Here, 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Inbounds pass goes to Owen, puts up the shot immediately, and good. Great play drawn up there by Cookeville. And now one full court heave upcoming. Shot looked like it had enough range. It falls just short, no good. And the buzzer sounds. At the end of 3 quarters of play in Jamestown, Cookeville leads 44-39. We're coming back with an exciting 4th quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Entering the 4th quarter of play, we've got an exciting finish on tap. It's 46-39 in favor of the Cavs over the Dragons. Cookeville starts the quarter with the ball, and they look like they're going to run a little bit of clock and set up the offense here. Zach Hall's going to wait on a defender to come up. Technically, by rule, he could stand there for the next 7 minutes and 40 seconds. No shot clock in Tennessee High School basketball. And finally, York's going to come up and defend him after 20 seconds just standing there. Hall's going to bring it all the way around. Now he runs it along the baseline before kicking out. 3-pointer for Colin Gillum is up. That's no good. A little bit too short. Rebound comes down to the Dragons. Now putting it behind his back. Cookeville high-pressure defense. Roger Meadows has it. Meadows sets up. Smith, top of the key. He pump fakes. Now drives. Then it gets punched away. Colin Gillum, he's going to get tagged for the foul there. Got into the arms. That's a foul, and it'll be the 4th team foul called against the Cavs. Down low, the pass goes, foul, and one. Basket made through the contact. Nice finish by Noah Smith, the senior. Using that big frame to his advantage. It's a 5-point game. He can make it 4 with the free throw. Free throw is no good, though, so it remains just a 2-point play. Rebound comes to Reeves, and now Braden Brown. He's been in foul trouble, so he's been forced to sit. Now he's going to pull up mid-range jumper. You know he's been waiting on that one. Good. 48-41. 6 minutes, 55 seconds to play. Noah Smith has it. Now Meadows gets it, puts up the shot. That's good. Roger Meadows putting on a show for the Dragons. This game's starting to move back and forth a little bit again. 5-point lead for the Cavs. Reeves drives and kicks into the corner. Will Horner for three. That shot's no good. Rebounded by Stockton Owen. Second chance attempt, no good. No foul called. He wanted it, doesn't get it. Here come the Dragons. Down by 5. Meadows pulls up 4-3 in transition. No good. The roof may have blown off this joint if he had made that shot. Rebound comes down to the Dragons though. No foul called. A lot of contact. Now goes over Smith. He pump fakes. Now drives to the lane. Goes up and under with a shot. No good. But Nicholas Smith will go to the line to shoot 2. He can make it a 3-point game. First free throw by Smith is good. It's now 44-48. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Again, if you want to advertise on one of our broadcasts, make sure you send a note to our Facebook page. Just click that message button, say you're interested in broadcast or in advertising on one of our broadcasts, and we'll send you in the right direction. Packages available for all area schools, so make sure you jump on that before they are gone. Braden Brown has the basketball now. He gets it knocked away, but he corrals it. Now he's going to pull up. He gets hit. He is fouled. Braden Brown, the senior guard, will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw by Brown is good. Back up to a 2-possession lead for the Cavs, 49-45. One for 2 from the line goes Braden Brown. Remains a 4-point lead. Rebound comes down to Roger Meadows. Cookeville not relenting on their press defense. The Dragons methodically make their way up the court now. Meadows drives to the lane, puts up the shot, no good, but he is fouled, and he's going to go to the line again to shoot 2. 17th foul called against the Cavs. There's 6 against York. Every foul from here on out. Defensive foul is going to result in free throws. Timeout called on the floor, 5:40 to play. It's a 4-point lead for the Cavs.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com.
First free throw attempt is good by Roger Meadows. Cuts the lead down to 3 for the Cavs. 5:40 to play. As Bailey Gillum checks into the game. Meadows, 2 for 2 from the line. He is having a tremendous basketball game. 2-point game now. Stockton Owen walks it across the front court. They'll be looking for some more separation. Lead was as big as 7 for the Cavs, down to 2. Owen uses a screen, sends it over to the corner. 3-point shot is up and good, and 1 through the foul. Bailey Gillum for 3, and what a play, because I'll tell you, Lucas Reeves set a screen. He got run through. He's the one who took the foul. He took the foul, but the shot was good. So now Lucas Reeves goes to the line to complete a 4-point play. Great shot by Bailey Gillum, great play by Lucas Reeves, and he'll look to capitalize at the strike. That's one of those unique calls in basketball. If somebody else is fouled while you're shooting, shot goes in, shot counts, they shoot the free throw. .524 to play, 5-point lead for the Cavs. The free throw attempt is no good. It remains 52-47. Here comes Meadows. Sends over Smith. Now back Meadows. Guarded by Owen. Corner it goes Smith. Smith looks to drive the baseline. It's tipped away. Here comes Zach Hall. Hall into the front court. Carrying it himself through the paint. Puts up the shot. Blocked. Big block by Roger Meadows. It remains Cookeville basketball. Roger Meadows is single-handedly keeping his team in the ball game right now on both sides of the basketball. Hall fires up top. Bailey Gillum. He hit a three on the last possession. Hands off Hall. Shooters all over the court right now for the Cavs. Hall, hands off Gillum. Gillum guarded by Smith. Now sends it in the corner. Hall down low. The pass goes. Owen. Stockton Owen too strong. Rebound tipped up. Ends up with the Dragons. 5-point lead for Cookeville. Here comes York. Meadows picks up his dribble. Sends it to Smith, who now dribbles up towards the wing. Now they reset all the way across the court. Ends up with Rich. Now right side, Meadows looking inside. Pass is caught. Foul is called against Brown. Braden Brown is in some serious foul trouble here if that's not his fifth. And now a technical foul called against Cookeville. Cookeville was unhappy with the... that is 5 personal fouls against Braden Brown, so he fouls out of the game. And now a technical foul has been assessed. I'm not sure who the technical goes against. Maybe Lucas Reeves. Not sure what it was for, regardless. So it'll be 1 and 1. It'll be 2 technical free throws and then 1 and 1. Wow. And York's going to get the ball out of the timeout because of the technical foul. Not what the Cavs wanted. This is possible 4-point plays. This is going to be the 1 and 1 free throws, and then he will shoot 2. First free throw, no good. So now he will shoot the technical free throw. And it is 2. 5-point lead for the Cavs. Roger Meadows at the line. First free throw of the technical free throws is good. 4-point game. Two for 2 with the technical free throws goes Roger Meadows. 3-point game. York gets the ball. This is a huge swing perhaps in York's favor if they can score on this possession. This is one of those pivotal moments in every game. 4.5 minutes to play. Smith has it, left wing. Now he fires Rich. Chase Rich back over for Smith. Being guarded closely by Colin Gillum. Pass is caught. Now it's back out Meadows. 4:10 to play. Dribble's picked up. Goes over Smith. Smith sends it right side Meadows. Cookeville in the zone defense. Pass goes over to Smith. Smith gives a little shoulder and then passes it away. Now over right side Meadows trying to move the ball quickly. Meadows drives the lane, puts up the shot with the right hand. Good! 1-point game. 51-52. Roger Meadows. 4 points on that possession alone. What a game for Roger Meadows. Big possession here for the Cavs. The York fans are into it. Hall over for Gillum. Now Horner back over Hall. Zach Hall holds it above his head and puts the dribble down. They'll reset, trying to get some isolation. Hall is going to hand off Colin Gillum. He drives to the lane. He's going to go up and under with the layup. Attempt. Gillum. What a basket. Goes up and under through the contact and one. It's a 3-point lead, and he can make it 2 possessions with this free throw. The junior had to buy his time on the bench for his first 2 years here. Josh Hurd comes in, sees his talent, gives him significant minutes. 3-point play complete. He is rewarding his coach for the faith he has in him. 4-point lead for the Cavs. 3:15 to play. What a ball game tonight. Right side pass goes. Smith holds it above his head. Now it goes out to the top of the key. Three-point shot is up. That's way too short. Air ball out of play. Cookeville's going to get the ball back. Not the shot you want if you're York. And now, big-time possession for Cookeville as they look to create some separation in a 4-point game. Hall picks up the dribble. Picks up speed, now pulls it back, now drives towards the left side. He's going to go all the way to the lane, fires it across the lane, shots up, foul is called. And now Bailey Gillum will go to the line to shoot 2. Bailey Gillum, the senior guard. If he makes them both, it's a 6-point lead. Right now, it's a 4-point game. First free throw hits the left side of the rim, then the backboard before falling through. 56-51, 2:49 to play. We're going to have a timeout here. I'm not sure what it's for. Maybe 5 fouls? I think they're comparing foul counts over there. So how this works is there's a scorekeeper for York and there's a scorekeeper for Cookeville. One of the scorekeepers has 5 fouls. Let you take a guess which one that one would be. And the other only has 4. Let you take a guess who that one would be. The discrepancy is solved. Only 4 fouls called against the player. And I have not been keeping up, so I have no idea who is right. 2 for 2 from the free throw line, though, goes Bailey Gillum. That's what I do know. It's 57-51 with 2:45 to go in the 4th quarter. Double teamed is Smith. He steps through it. The pass is tipped away, and now it's corralled by the intended receiver somehow. Now Meadows has it. Meadows fires it over the top down low, using that big body and going up with it is Cooper. Shot's good. The York student section loves it. 4-point game. What a tremendous boys basketball game we've had tonight. By far the best basketball game we've had so far this year on the Upper Cumberland Reporter. Hall's going to drive it himself on the left side, finishes the layup. Zach Hall turns on the Jets and says, see you at the rim. 6-point lead. Meadows drives, uses that shoulder to create some separation. Nice play. Now the pass comes Smith, Nicholas Smith, 2 minutes to play. Over Meadows, now inside pass goes, it's tipped, and a foul's going to go against Will Horner. And that may be his 5th foul. That is his 5th foul. So we talked about Cookeville. They have 4 players on the bench. 2 of them right now can't leave the bench because they're fouled out of the game. That is absolutely not what they wanted. And Lucas Reeves is going to check into the game. He is a regular contributor on this team, but they are out of those now. Will Horner, Braden Brown on the bench. 2 other players on the bench who do not get regular minutes for this team. Cookeville cannot afford any more foul trouble. It's going to be 2 free throws when we come back. Last TV timeout of the game, 1:48 to play. 6-point lead for the Cavs. Don't go anywhere.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. Buying a new vehicle can be stressful. Let our friends at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville help take some of that stress away. Their expert staff are ready to help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need. Visit them today at 1600 Interstate Drive in Cookeville or shop anytime online at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing provides all your award and screen printing needs. From plaques and medals to hoodies and uniforms, they do it all. Visit them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
.148 to play in this very good basketball game. Cookeville's up 6. Dragons at the line to shoot 2. It's Noah Smith missing the first free throw, and the story right now for the Cavs, they got no players left on their bench. The 2 players who are there who have not fouled out of the game are not regular contributors, so this 5 is the 5 they need to stay as he goes 0 for 2 from the line. That's a break for the Cavs. As now Zach Hall has it, fires it ahead, Colin Gillum. Gillum puts it down with the right hand. It's almost stolen away from him, but Zach Hall corrals it. Now he's being doubled. Hall's going to spin around, then hands off behind him to Reeves. Reeves new into the ball game. Owen fires the pass down. Now go. Great cross-court pass. Colin Gillum finishes. Great play by the Cavs. 8-point lead for Cookeville. 1:23 to play. Roger Meadows goes. York knows they need a basket quickly. Mid-range jumpers up, and it's good. Roger Meadows keeping his team in the game. What a performance by the young man. Now Reeves has it. 1:10 to play. Outside pass goes for Owen. Cookeville wants to drain some clock here with a 6-point lead. Zach Hall drives it all the way, and then he'll spin around, take it back up top. Lucas Reeves has it now. Reeves shoulders off the defender, now steps back. Pass intended for Owen, now catches it. Fires it across the paint, could have gone up for the shot, instead he'll dribble it out. York's going to have to foul at some point. Zach Hall fires over Bailey Gillum. Now Gillum is fouled with 43.6 seconds to go. Double bonus time for Cookeville. They're going to shoot 2. And Bailey Gillum, a very good free throw shooter, to the line. He has to make one of these if you're the Cavs. One free throw makes it a 3-possession game. The gap between a 3-possession and 2-possession game, monumental in high school basketball. First free throw attempt is good. He does just that. 7-point lead for Cookeville. Two for two for the line goes the senior, Bailey Gillum. 8-point lead for Cookeville. 40 seconds to play as Meadows brings it in the front court with some speed. He's going to pull up, puts up the shot off the glass, and good. Roger Meadows says, I'm not going away quietly. Zach Hall has it. He is fouled with 33.6 seconds remaining. Cookeville's going to have to make their free throws. Hall to the line. First free throw is no good. The second free throw very important for reasons we just talked about. That 3-possession gap is huge to have. I think we're going to have a timeout on the floor called by York. Full timeout. We'll stay through the break. 33.6 seconds remaining. It's been a back-and-forth game. York really largely controlled play in the first quarter. It was a close gap, but then Cookeville since then has played their brand of basketball. You know Josh Hurd has to be happy with the way his team's playing so far, especially considering they're down 2 players. They're down Cameron Harris. They're down Joseph Agee, 2 of their biggest players in their lineup. They don't have them tonight. Only 4 players on the bench, and yet they're on the road in Jamestown against a good York squad, up by 6 with 33 seconds remaining. We're going to talk about this game. We're going to talk about the girls' game. We're going to talk about the seasons as a whole for Cookeville, as well as the seasons for Upperman and Monterey so far this year. All of that is tomorrow night on the Upper Cumberland Reporter Coaches Show. Buddy Pearson and I will sit down. We'll talk about all of that, as well as the Blue Cross Bowl. We'll give you our predictions, which will inevitably be wrong, but still it's a lot of fun to do that. You're not going to want to miss that. And then Friday night, live from Baxter, it'll be Upperman taking on Livingston Academy in a district showdown. You're not going to want to miss that. Girls' game starts at 6 o'clock with the boys' game immediately following. These York Dragons and Lady Dragons going to become very familiar with Upperman. Of course, always a great program there, but I'll tell you, the Upperman boys are steamrolling everybody right now, and we're going to get our first look at them live on Friday night. You're not going to want to miss that. Hall misses both free throws, so hold your horses. 6-point game, 2 possessions. Meadows brings it into the front court, puts up the shot, and it's good. Roger Meadows has got to have just a ton of points tonight. Now they're high pressuring on defense. 20 seconds to go, and a foul's going to be called. Bailey Gillum will go back to the line. It's a 4-point game, 19.8 seconds remaining. Do not go anywhere. This game is far from over. Roger Meadows has been tremendous tonight. First free throw by Gillum is good. 5-point lead. Bailey Gillum, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 65-59. Margin of error is gone for the Dragons. They need 2 threes. Meadows pulls up for 3. That's no good off back iron. Rebound comes down to Zach Hall. He now fires it in the front court. Colin Gillum gets under it. feeds it back to Reeves. Shot's good. That's the dagger. 67-59, 5 seconds to play. York with enough time for one last shot. He is double teamed. Smith fires back for Meadows, and time expires. Cookeville comes on the road to Jamestown and beats York 67-59. Congratulations to the Cavaliers. They're now 3-3 on the season. York falls to 2-2. And now it's time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Yes, Cookeville won this basketball game. Congratulations to the Cavs. It was a hard-fought, well-deserved victory. But we would be remiss to not give this award tonight to Roger Meadows. The guard for York put on one of the best performances you will see, so he's going to be our Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game simply for his performance tonight. All right, Cookeville comes on the road to Jamestown and sweeps their 2 matchups against York. We'll be back tomorrow night for the Upper Cumberland Reporter Coaches Show. Buddy Pearson and I will talk about all the county teams as well as the Blue Cross Bowl. Friday night, live from Baxter, it's Upperman against LA in another basketball doubleheader. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock. You're not going to want to miss any of that. Cookeville comes on the road tonight and sweeps both their matchups against York. I'm Noah McKay for Lance Little on camera. Thanks for spending your Tuesday night with us. We'll see you tomorrow night. Until then, have a great day, everybody.